Yes, everybody, it is Monday, it is 6 p.m., and so that can only mean one thing. It's time for the Academy Show. So it's the Academy Show. For anyone new to the channel, we've had a bunch of new subscribers, so thanks for joining us. Hope you appreciate it. What we do is every Monday, we dedicate a show just for the Academy, just concentrating the 18s and the 21s, talking about any news that's affected the Academy in the last week or so, as well as all the players out on loan. We talk about the first team players and Hammers headlines, so go back and check that out. And then so any match reports really of games that are coming up and games that have happened for the 18s and 21s over the weekend. So as I said, we've got a lot to get through, and particularly loans. We've got a lot of loan players. So let's start with that. There's not really any real news. We'll talk about the news that happened last week within the loan report, if that makes sense. So let's talk about the academy players out on loan. So obviously George Earthy currently on loan at Bristol City. There was no game for him at the weekend, so he had the weekend off. Bless him. Some person who didn't is Callum Marshall. Callum had a great game on Saturday as Huddersfield won 2-1 away to Stevenage. He started the full 90 minutes and he scored in the first 3 minutes of the game. So a great game for Callum. No match day involvement for PK as Doncaster Rovers won 3-0 at home at Newport County. Same with Gideon. No match day involvement for him as Wickham lost 1-0 away to Birmingham. One player who went out on loan quite late in the last week was Luis Al. He's gone to Pogoń in Poland, but he wasn't involved in the matchday squad as they lost 3-0 at home to Lech Poznan. Also, Mamadou Kante, the forgotten man, the 19-year-old unit at central midfield. He was an 84th minute substitute for Paris FC in Ligue 2 as they won 3-2 away at AC NSC. So great for him to finally get some decent minutes, or start to get some minutes, start making his way into the Ligue 2 side. Sort of transitioning from what was the under-19s into theirs is a great achievement. Regan Clayton, sub appearance in, so he's a 55th minute substitute for Dagenham Redbridge as they lost 3-1 at home to Boston United. Brad Dolligan was an 88th minute substitute for Aldershot as they won 3-0 away at Sittingbourne in the FA Trophy quarterfinals. Sittingbourne, I think they beat Southend in the previous round because I was there. I wasn't at the game, but I was in Southend and I saw that there was loads of them all on the seafront. No match day involvement for Junior. He wasn't involved as Sutton United lost 2-0 at home to Spennymoor Town in the FA Trophy quarterfinals. Mason Terry played the full 90 minutes for AFC Hornchurch as they drew 3-3 away to Weymouth in the National League South. Christian Heggie played the full 90 minutes for the Blysin as they lost 2-1 at home to Ferrovar. So that's how. So as I said, there's a lot of players out on loan. Obviously, the likes of Michael Forbes, he was out on loan to Colchester. He came back due to a really bad injury. In terms of games happening over the weekend, on Friday night, West Ham made it 7 out of 7, extending their remarkable winning streak in the Premier League 2 with a 1-0 victory over Derby County under-21s at the Proctor Cars Stadium. A very solid defensive display from a very young under-21 side. Tarek Patter's incredible strike before half-time. Go and check it out. It's on YouTube. Proved to be the difference. It was a tough game for the younger Hammers. Derby quite early on tried to impose themselves with more of a direct approach. A lot of sort of older players in the 21s in Derby's side. But, West Ham soon settled and began carving out some chances of their own. Josh Briggs, good game from Josh as well, playing right back. He's a good player, Josh, and I think he could have all the attributes to maybe not be at right back, but I think maybe moving to the sort of CDM role particularly soon. Great cross, Dan Rigg in the 15th minute. just drifted wide. Josh Ajala came close as well, clipping the top of the crossbar with like a curling effort when he was played through by Dan. Derby tried to impress himself. Good save from Oisu, the under-18 goalkeeper for West Ham. He was playing on 21s tonight on Friday. And then on the 41st minute, great cross from Cam, found Shaw Moore. He laid it off to Pata, who thunderbolt from the edge of the area, struck a fantastic shot, curling into the top corner, and gave them the lead. And then once they were in the confidence, and we should have gone on to win more, to be honest. But Derby tried at the end to try and get a draw, but West Ham's back line remained compact, resolute, and didn't give anything away. And that's their 8th clean sheet in 16 Premier League 2 games. Mathematically, we've secured a post-season playoff place with 4 games to spare, moving 6 points clear of Southampton in 4th place, having played a game less. So that should be okay, but we'll see. As I said, some of the names, Golombekis and Owusu, Dan Rigg, people like that, a lot of younger players were playing. And the reason for that was on Friday, West Ham held behind closed. We spoke about it, I think, on Saturday. It was West Ham held behind closed door friendly with the first team and a mixed 18-21 side, mainly 21. So a lot of the 20, like Finn Herrick and obviously Orford and Casey, a lot of them were playing in that game, with Potter looking at different formations, playing players at different positions, that type of thing. With the first team coming out 5-0 winners with Ings and Guilherme involved in the goals there. So it's great to see that even with that, even playing with it's not fair to say a scratch side for the 21s, but a younger side, we still maintained that fantastic win run. 7 in a row is pretty phenomenal. Talking about the 18s, obviously, they beat Man United famously on penalties in the quarterfinals of the Premier League Cup. They have now been drawn officially with Derby County in the semi-finals, which will take place on Wednesday at midday at the Moorfield Training Ground. We qualified for the group, having competition top 4, having topped the group with victories over Forest, Southampton, and drawing against Everton. And obviously, then we had a shootout win over defending champions Man United in the quarterfinals, a side that hadn't lost for a long time, albeit they didn't really lose, they drew, but you know what I mean. In terms of Derby County, they sit 3rd in the Premier League North. They've got one of the best scoring records in the country, 73 goals in just 22 games in all competitions. So they qualified as group winners as well, with wins over West Brom and Man City, which is impressive. Man City are very good. You side and beat last 8 to set up a semi-final tie against the Irons. So it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy for the Hammers, but it's been confirmed now. So that'll be on Wednesday, and we'll give you a full report. If not Thursday, then next week's Academy show. And that's it, my friends. So thank you very, very much for your time as per usual. Don't forget to check out all the other content we've got coming up. This week we should have a new show format we're going to be launching, so keep an eye on that. And also we've got some ex-Hammer, My Hammer 11s interviews lined up as well. I'm pinning them down for dates now, but they're all up for it. But one of them I'm sort of a little bit dreading, I'll be honest, because he scares me. And until next time, take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Much love. Bye-bye.